You've tried keto, paleo, fasting, maybe even vegan, and you still struggle. But what if the solution isn't adding more? It's removing everything that's holding you back, holding your body back. In this video, I'll explain why the carnivore diet works when everything else seems to fail and how it can completely reset your health and your energy. Most diets focus on restriction of calories, carbohydrates, fats, that kind of stuff, right? They don't focus on healing. And the true meaning of the carnivore diet is to focus on healing, and then you will lose weight if you need to lose weight. You'll gain weight if you need to gain weight, so forth. But the main thing is that you're healing, right? You're healing your body. Most diets out there keep you hooked on carbs, for instance, right? You're going to have sugar cravings. You're going to have blood sugar swings from going up really high and back down again, and so forth. Many healthy foods like grains, seed oils, have plant toxins in them, right? They still cause inflammation. They cause fatigue. And those are big issues with your health. So compare how you feel on other diets to carnivore. I'll tell you right now, when I have tried other diets, I have struggled longer term meaning more than like a month or so. Energy becomes an issue, always feeling hungry, that kind of stuff. And with carnivore, it's been over 3 years now. I still have plenty of energy. I have all kinds of energy to do things and don't have that fatigue, that hungriness all the time. You know, when I get hungry, I eat. It's usually once or twice a day, and eat until I'm comfortably full, and then I don't eat again. And a lot of times it can be several hours. Sometimes it's even 24 hours. It really depends. But you don't get that hunger after like a couple hours and so forth. Think of it this way. If you're trying to fix your engine, but you're putting sugar in the gas tank, that's not good, right? We know sugar is bad for you. Instead, put protein and healthy fats in. So why exactly does carnivore work? Let's talk about that a little bit. There's the elimination piece of it. It removes inflammatory foods, things like the plant toxins I talked about, seed oils, sugar, highly processed foods, stuff like that. Those things are very inflammatory, and it removes those. So you get rid of inflammation within your body. That's a huge thing, right? You don't have those blood sugar crashes. I talk about going up really high and then really low. You don't have that. You have more stability and steady fuel from the fat that you're eating. Nutrient density. The carnivore diet is very nutrient dense. Meat gives you everything you need in the right ratios. And then simplicity. Fewer decisions on what you're going to eat and so forth makes it easier to be more consistent. You pretty much know all the time, I'm going to eat this or I'm going to eat that. It doesn't have to just be beef. You know, it can be anything that's really carnivore. You're talking fish, seafood, chicken, pork. If it works for you, you can do dairy, that kind of stuff. You know, there's different options. So it's not like it's too restrictive, but it's so much more simple. You don't have to worry about these elaborate meals and what your side dishes are going to be and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's talk about real results here. I said I started carnivore a little over 3 years ago. It's actually been 3 years and a little more than 3 months now that I've been on the carnivore diet. And within the first 90 days, 3 months, I had lost 60 pounds. Altogether, I have lost over 85 pounds on the carnivore diet. And while I don't see a lot on the scale anymore, I still see a lot of changes with my body. There's more muscle being added, and there's less fat within my body, less body fat. And I believe I'm getting rid of some of that visceral fat, which is the stuff you can't see on the inside and so forth as well. But, you know, like inches around my belly button, waist, thighs, that kind of stuff are going away. Even in the last year, I've lost, I think it was 3 inches on my belly button in the last year, which is pretty good progress, after the initial weight loss. I'm continuing to get healthier and so forth. I have all kinds of energy. I don't have the pain that I had before. Before carnivore, I had issues with joint pain and I get these flare ups and so forth. I have back pain, hip pain. I couldn't sleep in bed more than a couple hours at a night. I'd have to go to a recliner and sleep on the recliner the rest of the night because I was in pain. And that all went away. Snoring, that went away. Just so many different things. I had AFib. I would go into 2 or 3 episodes a week before carnivore. It's been over 3 years now, without a single episode of AFib. So many different real results that I have had with the carnivore diet. So how is the best way for you to get started? Really? You can start very easy. First of all, you want to gradually ease into it over, I say, 4 to 6 weeks. Professor Bart Kay will even say more like 6 to 8 weeks. So somewhere in that range, you want to start to limit your carbohydrates. You want to get rid of the highly processed ones right away and the very sugary ones, and then slowly limit those, the amount of carbohydrates you're eating over the next 4 to 6 weeks, right? So maybe you have some vegetables in there, maybe even a little bit of fruit or whatever, and get to the point over 4 to 6 weeks where you're not eating that anymore. Then for 30 days, it should pretty much be starting with beef, salt, and water, just to kind of get you in that priming good state. Focus on eating until you're full, and don't worry about starving yourself or anything. Eat until you're full. If you came into this diet eating 3 meals a day, start with 3 meals. You'll probably find yourself fairly quickly go down to 2, and you might stick at 2. You might go to 1. A lot of people do either 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, but that tends to typically be what it is. But start at what you're used to, and you will find with all the protein and everything you're eating that you're going to change that up and go down to 1 or 2 meals a day. Maintain your electrolytes. Sometimes you're going to find that you're peeing a lot or sweating a lot and different other things at the start. And if that happens, make sure you're getting enough salt. Maybe you even want to take an electrolyte mix that has not just the sodium, but it has magnesium and potassium in it, but different things like that. It might be something you only need for like the first month or something to do those electrolytes, but you want to make sure that you're keeping your electrolytes in check. That way you don't run into fatigue issues. All right, so remember, your body isn't broken. It's just been overloaded. You've tried different things. You've stripped out so much food, and that's not the way, right? Eating a small amount actually slows down how your body works and makes you even more fatigued and hungry all the time and stuff like that. Do what your body is designed for: meat, water, and salt. Consistency. Now, if this helped you and you like this video, go ahead and share it with someone else. Hit the like button, share it with someone else that you know. And if you want to subscribe, I have many other videos about this. I have videos about my experience and so forth. And I come out with videos all the time. I also do a live stream every Wednesday evening with a friend of mine, the Carnivore Champion. And that's usually 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central time on Wednesdays. And then, like I said, typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, I come out with new videos as well.